Just a warning ahead of time. This will probably be a long one if you can't already see by the time on the video. And the main reason for that is because after I watch the videos back every once in a while after I make them. And so I watched the one I did last night, and I realized how I like to throw myself into really stupid positions and try and find a way out, which could be a problem. But after voicing all that and rewatching it, I realized I didn't say anything about how awesome this place is. So it's crazy. I did a walk earlier in the park where I probably wrote about in the journal. I walked through the park and it like told the timeline of all the geological features and like how old certain layers are, and it's like down by the river is like 3 billion years old or something like that. It was insane. This whole canyon is like cut by the Colorado River. But walking down it, I mean, yesterday I had my head down the whole time, so watching where I'm putting my feet, so all you see are the different colors, and it is like, yeah, I was thinking it's like going through like the different layers through Candyland or something like that. I don't know how to phrase that, but it was just cool seeing all the different colors. Like down at the bottom, you start getting like purple with like greens in it, and the very bottom at the river, it's just like a dark red, and then there's like lava beds and stuff. So there's blacks along the river, and like right down below me, it's like yellow and green, and I don't really know the names of the yeah, I guess they'd be arrows that the stones and everything were produced from, but there's a huge variety. So it was very cool walking down, seeing all that. I've seen my first red flowers in spring, second day, 2021, third day of spring. So that was cool, and the trail's been covered with lizards, and they're not as afraid as other parks. So I've gotten a lot better looks at them, and they scurry off a lot more slowly. But yeah, not too much in the way of wildlife, just because I think it's just such a harsh area. I'm sure there's goats and stuff that like to climb on the walls, but I haven't seen any. I've seen signs of them, but none in particular. So I'm here. I'm actually doing pretty good today. I figured I might as well make the video earlier rather than later, because I'm going to be going up that little portion right there where it's a V. The very back of it right there is where I'm going to be going up. And it was easier to show it while I'm looking at the phone so I can see where I'm pointing. But I don't know if you can see in the video, there's snow up there. So yeah, I'm doing good on time, but the hardest part, that little V up there, is going to be the last bit. So we'll see how my legs hold up. I had a nice little, I don't know, scare this morning, because this is the first time I've ever woken up and my legs were sore. I was just like, you gotta be kidding me. I gotta get myself out of this pit. So yeah, it's a nice little battle with my mind, so that's fun. And I don't know if you can also see, I'll try and show it. There's a tower right up there. And I went there the first day I was here. I don't know the name of that tower, but I've been taking photos of that and using that as my guide, and just been getting slowly closer and closer. I'm like an hour and a half in, so yeah, not doing bad. It took me like 3.5 hours to get down yesterday, so I figured might as well double it going back up, but I think I'm doing all right. I've passed a couple markers in the trail where it seemed like I was making good time, and now that I'm just like completely sore, it doesn't hurt as much for some odd reason. I don't know what that is. So it's going well. I think that's all I wanted to talk about. Yeah, geological features, the river. Oh, that was one more thing. A lot of parks remind me of other places, and obviously this one doesn't really remind you of much because it's so unique. But I think it was like 3 or 4 years ago, me and my parents went to Yellowstone, and me and my dad hiked down into the Yellowstone, the Grand Canyon of the Yellowstone. So this from the Grand Canyon reminded me of the Grand Canyon of the Yellowstone. And we actually hiked down and stayed along the Yellowstone River. So the Colorado River last night was really similar to that. I probably slept, I don't know, maybe 50 feet away from it. So it was just a nice, like, lulling white noise. And it was nice and cool. And I had put my hands in it and sat down by it last night, like I showed you. So that was cool to see, and it was a nice little memory. So that is all.